Hello, this is Peg with Craft Room Stories. Welcome to my channel. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Okay, so I told you that we'd be doing at least one day a week. I figured maybe only one day a week, but then now I'm in the spirit of Christmas, and I have to keep going. So I know that we are going to do a follow-up with the decoupage on the music sheets that we have done. This is not the follow-up, but this is a fun Christmas card, and I first saw this with Stacy Merrit of I'm gonna have to look her up. Okay, I'll link her channel. But anyway, and if I can find it, I'll link the video where she did this because I first saw her, it was on a Christmas collaboration with Rach and Bella Crafts. I'll link them too. They're awesome. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Settle down or I'm going to have to get the water. Yeah, they don't like to be sprayed. And what I find is that's the only thing that works for my dogs. To each his own. And I've never had to do that with any other dog. But these particular two, Paisley and Gibson, do not learn from being told no, being told to sit, being told to stop. It goes in one ear and out the other. Okay, anyway, Stacy did this, and I thought, oh my word, that's the cutest card I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not totally sure that hers was a Christmas card. Hers might have been something else. I don't know, but I think it's a card. So what she did, she took a piece of paper, scrapbook paper, and cut it in the shape of a stocking that opens. So there's your card. And then what she did was she just layered laces, different kinds of laces all the way up this thing. And I think she put some pockets and different things in it. I don't know if we're going to get to the pockets today. I'm going to try, but I've got some different trims here. The colors that I have chosen for this are not your traditional Christmas colors, but this is for my dear Isabel, my exchange student that I had last year. It's for her parents. And I thought if they want to leave the cards sitting out, you know how you leave Christmas cards out, and kind of have them somewhere. Well, she does kind of rose gold colors for Christmas. I say colors. It's rose gold, probably some creams and golds and everything like that with it. So I have picked several different shades of colors that I thought would kind of combined get us to the rose gold kind of look that we're going for. And so let's get to gluing. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom and kind of work my way up so that it's layered down. And don't worry that it's not matching the size, because when we're all done, we kind of cut around, and make it the shape that we want it to be. So let's just get to gluing. Okay, so I have started with this yummy, really soft, kind of a pink, but it's a really soft, as you can see, it just kind of drapes and droops. It's wonderful. Now let me see how far up I need to go with the glue. I want it to hang off a little bit, so we're just going to go to this line of music. It helps when you can have that. Now, I did not fill my glue bottle. I probably should have done that ahead of time. Alas, I did not, so I'm not as prepared as I wanted to be. But I was working on Isabel's card, and hers was a little bit more complicated to me because I asked her, what kind of theme she wanted for Christmas. And she said, I don't really care about the theme, but I want it to be in my new favorite color. And I was like, what's your new favorite color? And she goes, well, you should know. I said, is it purple? And she goes, it is. Because she said, it reminds me of you. And it's a really pretty color too. I was like, yes, I have won her over to the purple side of life. Which, I think all colors are important. I love lots of color. Color makes me happy. All right, there we go. But purple makes me the happiest. It is my happy place. I am always happy when I see purple. I can see all different kinds of things in a store or whatever, but my eyes are immediately drawn to the purple thing of it. It could be just the most minuscule thing of purple, and that's all I see. I know. And yet I don't wear purple as much, mostly because my hair is pretty red right now, and it is not naturally red, but my skin color goes well with red because red hair runs on my mother's side of the family. Well, and some on my dad's side. I just remembered I've got cousins on my dad's side too that are red. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I mean, red just runs on both sides of my family. And so I tend to look good in red because my skin tones go well with red. Okay, now I've got this other piece, but I think I don't want to only have, let me just see real quick. I don't want to only have, you know, cream on top. Let me just see. Do we want that just shining through from underneath? I'm trying to see what that's going to look like. I definitely did not plan ahead. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to cut this down in half because, oh, I hope I picked the right side of that. I did. Okay, I started to get scared for a minute because it does have a shiny side that is fun and the other side is quite dull. So you definitely want the shiny side when you're working on this. Okay, now I'm thinking that for the top that I'm just going to layer some of this right at the top for kind of that cuff that comes over. And I don't know that I want, any color behind that. I don't really, because I want this to be designated the top. So I'm not going to go up terribly far with this, but let's see. She just layered it seemingly haphazardly. I struggle with haphazard. I don't want to cover up some of this pink too much, but let's do that. And then maybe we'll do this. I started to do it again. What do y'all think? Maybe we'll come down just a little bit further into that. Okay. So it's just, we'll come over. Anyway, this makes a really pretty card. I mean, when Stacy got hers done, I was like, oh my word, that's the prettiest thing. And I think she may have done 2 of them on that video. I can't remember. And it was so, glue. It was so pretty. And I was like, but I love lace. I have an addiction. It is real. It is strong. Okay, we'll bring this one up. Just barely overlapping that. Okay, so we'll go to this line of music here. And we'll come over that, and then we'll just let it maybe fall on this. Well, that's not glued very good. Okay. I'm trying to keep this fairly flat because, I'm mailing it to Germany. So I don't want it to be raised too much or they're going to charge me an arm and a leg for shipping. Okay. Let me see what this looks like now. Okay. Let me see if I want to put, maybe I'll put one more. Maybe I'll do 3 right up here at the top. I think that gives it, yes, that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that, let's see, before I do the rest of it, because that way it's set and I won't over load that bit. Okay. I know some people use like a rag. Sometimes I have used a rag to, dab off this glue, but I find that the Fabri-Tac, that the rag just tends to stick to it, and then it's problematic all the way around. I'm going to go about halfway up. And so, are any of you guys ready for Christmas yet? It is my favorite season. I love it. It's when it's starting to get cold here. I know you would think that it would be starting to get cold in other months, but no, not in this part of Oklahoma, at least. We just don't get as cold. Though I remember it being colder when I was a kid, or at least maybe it was at least some months it was colder. I don't know, but we had snow and stuff, and we used to play and sled and stuff like that in the snow. And maybe that was the random time, and that's just the only one I remember. I really don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, I like that, but I feel like it needs one more thing up at the top, and maybe I don't have very much of this particular thing, so we'll cut it off at the top, but we'll put one more layer up here. Just feel like it is calling it, because I don't want to see that much of the other paper through there, and I want it to really kind of look like kind of the cuff of the sock, the stocking. Okay, there, I like that. All right, now let's put some more. We've got some other fun things, and we're just going to layer it up. If I can, I'm going to hide, some of the you know what, I may just cut that off, come to think of it, since this is going to be more layered over the top, or will it be able to, can I hide it? Well, not with that piece, but I'm just wondering if I can hide it well enough. Yeah, I think I can. I think it'll be all right. All right, now this piece is slightly longer, and I have one more of these. Let's put this one first. Start at the bottom. I need to use my own directions. Oh, okay. Oop, it's sticking. All right, let's go here and straight across. Yeah, I definitely should have thinned out and filled my glue before coming on to this, to do this one. Being as I'm using so much of it, and thinning it out would have been good. Okay. Oh, I just love the lace. All kinds of lace. The patterns, are so varied and gorgeous. My granny, and I've mentioned this before, tatted, and none of her kids or grandkids learned how to tat, which is just pitiful, but somehow we didn't grasp that. Sorry. We tried, but also Granny struggled to teach us, because she learned how to tat back when she was like 4 years old, and her father made her tat to earn money for the family, because he was an alcoholic and drank their money away. And so she tatted so fast, and so she said she learned how to tat backwards because she watched somebody, and so instead of watching them over their shoulders, she was watching them from the front, and so she learned how to tat backwards. And so she found it really hard to teach anybody, and so she just didn't. I used to sit and watch her, because I would see her hands moving so fast, and I would think, wow, that is amazing. And it just fascinated me, and how she could go, from one color to another, and use the variegated colors of thread. It was just beautiful. I don't know if it's called thread or yarn at that point, but anyway, it was just gorgeous, I always thought. Okay. We are getting it. And I think maybe with having this cream going over the top, it will give that rose gold effect to this. The pink will be kind of the background, and the brownie pink will be kind of a background color. I feel like I need another kind of lace, you guys. Okay, I'm going to pause the camera and go see. I mean, I also had some ribbon and some different things. I just don't know that I'm going to be able to fit that on there. But let me go see. Wait, let me put one more of these because I see some wet glue. And we might as well just cover that up. Okay. Of course, it's not wet all the way across. All right. Let me go see real quick. I'm going to pause the camera and go see if I can find another one that I want to go in here. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. I have found some that I think are fun. This kind of reminds me of snow a little bit, the design. I'm trying to figure out which is the right side. I am not sure. I think this is the right side. Okay, so I'm going to cut off some of that. And I found this one. I love it because it's super shimmery. I may put this one up under here. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, I didn't think about that ahead of time, y'all. This should be up over. Oh, I did not think. This needs to be up over something else. Okay, hopefully I've peeled it back enough that I can then put that over. Okay. This is super shiny. Can y'all see that? I just have snippets of this left, but it's so pretty. Let's see, which is the... Let me just cut this down. I need to sharpen my scissors again. Come back here. Okay, and we'll just put this. Okay. Let's see if we do this, and this, and then this. Yeah, okay. I may make this one just more narrow. Okay. All right, guys, we're getting it. We're getting it. I gotta let the glue drain back down again. All right. All right, here we go. I'm finding that I just cannot talk and glue at the same time. I don't know why that is. Now, I know it doesn't look like anything yet, but once I get it done, I think it's going to be cool. And you will see what I'm going for. Anyway, tell me what you guys are doing to get ready for Christmas, if you're doing anything yet. If you wait, in the United States, of course, we have Thanksgiving that comes first. And my husband gets all bent out of shape if I decorate before Thanksgiving. He's like, one holiday at a time. But I don't really decorate for Thanksgiving. And so, I mean, some people decorate with all the, I don't really do that. All right. I may have to cut this one down in half too. All right. some people decorate with like cornucopias and all this kind of stuff at Thanksgiving and pumpkins and fall things, and I just don't. We didn't decorate a lot when I was a kid because my mother and father, we lived in a very tiny house, like 700 square feet for four of us when nobody was visiting or staying with us. All right, that totally covered up all that. So I think what I'm going to do is put that other piece down here. Oh, not that piece. Where's that piece I cut off? And so we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so there and no really good storage areas. So we didn't we could afford food or we could afford decorations. So, and all of the Christmas decorations we had when I was a really young kid were given to us or made by us. Now I feel like I just need one more little piece to go over the top of that. What should it be? Like that has a little, maybe some more of this. But I don't want this. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. Okay, anyway, we had this white, I think it was white, kind of tinsel tree for a while that somebody gave us that had that kind of teal blue kind of colored decorations, or like more tinsel to go on it, and bulbs and stuff like that. And I think that was kind of the rage in like the 60s or 70s. And I know it was pretty old, so that's why I say 60s. It could have been, or just very early 70s. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Anyway, so we had that. We would string popcorn and cranberries, and that was a fun memory. Now I feel like that needs more. Y'all, it's a vicious cycle here. Okay, I feel like I need one more thing. Do I need one more of this? Let me see. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I might as well use it. It's already cut off. Or do we want to just put some more of this? I wish I could hear you tell him. I like that shiny bit. Well, this one's shiny too, but I feel like I want. Or do I have too much of that down there and I need something more? Oh, I wish I could hear y'all shouting at me. I may put that down there and just cut this. Anyway, so, I remember poring over the JCPenney catalog, Sears catalog, Montgomery Ward. One of them sent out just a children's catalog. Or they may all have, I don't remember, but I only remember having one like kind of toy catalog at Christmas time. We would pore over that. We were allowed to kind of just mark the things that we would like to have. And if Mother and Daddy could afford one thing, we knew that when it would come to like toys or something like that, we would usually get just one toy. Other than that, it would be things we needed, like underwear and socks and, clothes or whatever. And so I'm not saying, we were exceptionally poor. There were kids who got no presents. So I'm not trying to say that. I felt like we were blessed. I didn't feel like we were struggling at all in life, but okay, we want it here, just maybe here. And so, yeah, that's how we grew up. And it was a really special time. And, we helped Mother in the kitchen, cook and stuff, and get ready. And always Christmas morning, we would have a stocking. And to this day, I love stockings and stocking stuffers almost more than I do the actual presents. They were the fun things, like silly putty and bubble gum. And you remember that striped bubble gum that had like a zebra on it? And it was all those fruit colors and stuff. There was almost always a package of that in there. And then our Aunt Dorothy would send stuff from California. And so inevitably there'd be like, oh, what am I trying to say? Avon perfumes, and you remember those they were like little solid perfume, and it would like, you could rub it on and stuff. Oh, we loved that. And there was always a lip gloss, at least one, depending on, whatever. And Aunt Dorothy, she was so funny. She never really, we didn't age for her. And so she was always sending stuff that was entirely too small. And she never bothered to be like, so Betty, what size are the girls now? No, she just sent stuff. And that became like a seriously running joke in our family because of Aunt Dorothy's sending us stuff that didn't fit. Okay, y'all, I feel like this needs to be poofier at the top, but it can't be too poofy or I can't send it to Germany. So let's cut it down and see what it looks like then, okay? So here's the back of it. You can see. I hope these scissors are sharp enough. I probably should get my fabric scissors, but I don't want to pause the video again. Maybe these other ones are sharper. Let me just double check. Yeah, slightly sharper. We're going to go with these. I need to send my Fiskars off to be sharpened, because I heard that they do that, but I need to do some investigation of exactly how that works. Okay. I may have to turn this over and do a little more. I don't know how I'm going to do that little part at the bottom. I did not think that through. And I've actually made this before, last year or the year before. Does that look funny with that dangling down? It makes it look like an ice skate instead of a stocking. All right. Y'all, you need to tell me what I should do. Okay, I'm keeping that bigger piece. It's getting stuck on me. Go figure. Okay. I don't know what to do. I want that little foofy part, but maybe just the cream colored foofy part. Like, let's just tuck that under there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's kind of soften that edge. All right, I might as well just cut it off because I also have to fit it in an envelope and it can't be taking up too much room. All right, y'all. Still, I like it. Okay, let's get all this out of the way. And see, now let's see, do we need anything more at the top? Maybe that's where this ribbon could come in. I have this, oh, that's sticking to me. I have this one that I think is so pretty. Is that too yellowy gold? I think it may be. It's very yellowy gold, which is fine. This one is too, I think. Ooh, I don't know. That one may not be. To me, it's not as yellowy. Then I have this other one. Oh, okay, it's falling off. And it's thinner. Oh, I think that looks better, but I'd have to put several layers of it, but that's okay. Oop, okay. Let's just get that off of there. Okay. It's kind of crooked, but once I get it glued down, it won't be. So if we go just to kind of this top band, what do you think? So let's just cut off about 4 of these or 5. Maybe 4. Okay, let's see how that is going to look. All right. Should we start at the top? Yeah, let's start at the bottom. Y'all, I'm very wishy-washy today. Very wishy-washy. And so if you can tell me what your traditions were like growing up, I would sure love to hear. Okay. When we moved away from California, when I said my Aunt Dorothy, it was my mom's best friend, so not an actual relative. Okay, that is pulling that up. I am going to touch that with a little bit of hot glue because that is not going to want to stay. And because it's being resistant to staying, we'll just touch that underneath with a little bit of hot glue. There we go. That's better. Now hopefully the other ones will stay better now that we've tamed this one. Okay. Anyway, when Mother and Daddy moved away from California, my aunt was so traumatized because she loved my mother so much, and my dad too, but she had known my mother longer. Got to turn the fan on, y'all. Need a little air. And I'm probably going to need more glue. Anyway, so Mother every year at Christmas time would make a bunch of candy. That was what, she was kind of known for, was candy making. Y'all, I think this is going to need hot glue to go down. I thought I was going to be smart about this, but it's not. Yeah, it's not working out. I'll try to do just a thin layer. Now the ribbon is sticking to me. Everything's falling. I'm on some sort of roll. Anyway, so Mother would make candy and send it back to California to my Aunt Dorothy, and then my Aunt Erlene. That she really was my aunt, to my dad's sister. And postage and stuff probably wasn't as expensive back then. I don't know, but she couldn't afford to send, presents and stuff like that, and they only wanted the candy anyway. They would have much rather preferred that over something she would have bought. Mother was always, she was the pie maker, the candy maker. She was the cook. That's what she did, and she was known for that wherever she was because she was a really good cook, which didn't help when, none of her kids had a good metabolism. So we're all kind of fluffy, and most of us have a bit of a sweet tooth. Can't fathom that, can you? Now, I thought I had, okay, I will have to do one more, I think. Anyway, I will make some candy, and that may be one video that I do. Y'all let me know if you would actually like me to make some candy on video. And I'll pause it, during some of it so that it's not like a terribly long video, if I can. Okay, let's do just one more. Or should we do one more piece of lace over the top, y'all? Let me see. I don't have that lace, but let's just see how this would look hanging over. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to just glue it, but I'm going to trim it down afterwards, so don't be alarmed. I kind of think that takes a little bit out of this being so shiny. And let's just see. We're just going to put that kind of at the top. Oh, that's cute. Eddie's over here chewing her leg, and I've got to make her stop because she has chewed a hole in her leg. Stop. Okay. Now that's, oh, I just noticed this wasn't glued down good. That's one thing you'll notice. You have to, double check, because especially once you trim it, there might be some pieces sticking to my fingers, not glued down as well. All right, let's trim this up so it really looks good. I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. I hope it's everything I want it to be. Okay. All right, guys, what do you think? Now, I am thinking it needs a ribbon up there at the top. What do you think? I thought about putting some of this. I've got this yummy trim. And y'all, I got this from Temu, and it was not terribly expensive. Ooh, do we want it kind of further down or up here? Maybe there. What do you think? I definitely think we need it. Okay, you go in and just cut it with some nippers. It cuts real easy. And it comes even with like a little thing to keep it from, she says, there, to keep it wrapped up. Now, I have found that if I try to do hot glue with this, I cannot make a small enough ribbon of hot glue so that it shows through, and I really, really don't want it to, but I also don't want it to come off. So here's hoping that the Fabri-Tac will be enough. Come on. Once it goes from here to Germany, who knows what it's going to look like when it gets there. I'll have to tell Isabel, you check the mail first, and if anything has come loose, grab your hot glue gun and fix it. Okay, what do you think? Oh, I think that really adds something. Of course, I love a bling. So there it is, y'all. Okay, now, what, I know it looks really floppy. What we may do is come in here and stiffen it up with some other paper, some other cardstock. I won't do that today because this has probably been an excruciatingly long video. So I'm going to just show you very quickly Isabel's card. Okay, look at this. She wanted purple. When I count my blessings, I count you twice. And I made a tag, and I wrote on the back of that. And then I got this little postcard with this kit, and it says, some people come into our lives and quietly stay. Others stay for a while, leaving footprints in our hearts, and we are never the same. I love that. Okay, so we've got the little pocket. We've got Silent Night, Joy to the World, Merry Christmas, and Handmade with Love. I love it. Okay, I will leave you guys, and hopefully this has not been so long that you're like, stop it. Okay, hugs. Bye.